Countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns, all the nouns that we can count it. For example, pencil, car, one car, two cars. Uncountable nouns, all the nouns that cannot be counted. For example, sugar, water. Some nouns cannot be counted, so we cannot use article a or an before the uncountable nouns. We may not say water and oil. We may not say that because we cannot count it. So how do we mention the uncountable nouns if we cannot count it? We use the quantifiers. The quantifiers are a lot of, plenty of, a large number of, a great deal of, a large number of, a piece of, a bar of, many, much, few, a few of, little, a little of, some, any, and. There is a lot of flour in that tin. There isn't much water in the well. A large amount of money is needed for the building. A great deal of work has been put into it. So we count the flour by using a lot of. We count the water by using much. We count the money by using a large amount of. We count the work by using a great deal of. A lot of, much, a large amount of, a great deal of are the quantifiers. We can use the other expression like a piece or a bar of. This is part of quantifiers as well. For example, a piece of paper, a bar of soup, a coil of rope, a tin of milk, a bottle of water, a packet of salt, a slab of stone, a speck of dust, a bar of soup. So a piece of, a bar of, a coil of, a tin of, a bottle of, a packet of, a slab of, a speck of, a bar of. These are all the quantifiers. The function, they are used to point or to mention, or they are used with the uncountable noun. Because without it, it will be very difficult for us to mention the uncountable noun. We take the paper, how many paper? The water, how much water? So we need the quantifiers, a bowl of water, a plate of water to show or to measure them. We can use the other expression like a few, many, a lot of, some, a large number of with the plural countable nouns. Now we are talking about countable noun. We use plural verb with the plural countable noun. And also we use the plural verb with this expression. If we use a few, many, a lot of, some, a large number of, we should use the plural verb also. We may not use the singular one. For example, a few boys, more than one. So we use have, not has. Have volunteered to help. They were, because a large number of guests, not there was. Plural verb. There were a large number of guests at the party. Many hands make like bird, not makes, because many hands. A lot of children like these toys, like, not likes, because many children. So plural quantifiers, plural verb. Some nouns can be both countable or uncountable. Let's see. Iron is an uncountable, but we can make it become countable by putting article N. Iron is the material come from metal, and iron is the device that we use to ironing our clothes. So this iron is uncountable, but an iron is the countable noun. Glass is an uncountable, so the material of glass. But a glass, it means that a container for drinking, so we can count it. Tin, the material that comes from zinc. A tin that we put the biscuits inside. We can count it. Wood, the material comes from the tree. A wood, I mean a forest. A piece of wood, it means, so we can count it. So they have two functions, as an uncountable noun and countable noun. The collective nouns, we can put some nouns in group. These nouns are usually used with the singular verb. Let's see, a fleet of sheep, many sheep, but a group, it means a group of sheep. Even many sheep in this group of, even there are many sheep, but all the sheep are collected into one group. They are collected, they are gathered. They are collected into one group. So if we ask you how many group, one group only. How many sheep? Many. We count the group, not the sheep. That's why collective noun must be used with the singular verb, not plural verb. You see, many sheep, but only one group. A group of sheep or a fleet of sheep was setting up from the harbor, not were setting up. A list of names, many names, but only one group. A group of names, a list of names was given to the teacher in charge. There is a gang of chiefs. Once again, there is a gang of chiefs operating in that area. A swarm of bees lives in that hill. A range of mountains lies to the east of the plain. There are names for special groups of people too. They are one name but represent a group of objects. Mob, it means people in a riot, a group of people. Congregation, people say people at a service in a church. So mob is a group of people who are making demonstration. Congregation is a group of people who pay a service in the church. All are a group of people, but they carry different profession. They are doing different jobs. Audience, people at a concert. A group of people that cheer, they are singer in the concert. Assembly, a group of people in the meeting. The people who are having a meeting. Queue, a group of people who are lining up for something. Example of quantifiers. More example of quantifiers. A lot of visitors came to visit the archaeology site. The host prepared plenty of food. I saw a large amount of water in the sea. Arab provides a great deal of oil. A large number of birds are flying in the sky. Tom gave me a piece of paper. I share a bar of chocolate with Joe. More example about quantifiers. There are many books on the table. There is much food everywhere. There are only a few books on the table, still enough to use. There are only few books on the table, almost not enough. The difference between a few and few. Few, you don't have many, but yet there is still enough to share with others. Few, you almost have nothing, you cannot share with others. There's only a little food on the table, still enough to eat. There's only little food on the table, almost none. So a little food, you don't have much food, yet you can still share with your friend, still enough to give them. But little food, you almost have nothing to be eaten, so you cannot share anymore. The example of quantifiers about some and any. Some is used for positive sentence, any is used for negative and interrogative sentences. Let's see. There are some books on the table, positive sentence. There aren't any books on the table, negative sentence. Are there any books on the tables? Interrogative sentence. A giraffe lives in the zoo. This is article I like to eat an apple. This is an article N.